What's cracking, guys? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews. Now I want to make this clear before I start this video. This is the early version of the Moondrop Void. This is not the final version. Normally I would not do a review or a video for it, but I was asked specifically, you know, if I could just give some early impressions about it. So here we are. I haven't opened the box yet. We're going to do that together right now. So before we do that, open back monitor headphone with high performance 50mm dynamic drivers. There we go. As soon as you open the box, you get your first glimpse of the headphones. Kind of a white color, I guess. In here, I'm assuming is the cable, or just, yeah, cable and some documentation, and quite a hefty book. Holy crap. 6.35 to 3.5mm adapter. Looks like a nice little plug. Alright. There it is. Fabric braided cable. Nothing too special. 3.5mm connectors there and a 3.5mm termination. Now, let's get these headphones out of the box. I'm assuming there's nothing else. No, there's nothing else in the box. Oh, jeez. Alright, here they are. I tell you what, first impressions, they are light and plasticky. I hope they don't make that noise while I'm wearing them. I don't think they will. There's very little swivel action there. So very little room to fit onto your head. They pivot. Okay, I guess. The ear pads feel kind of cheap. I like the look of the headphones. They, ooh, yeah, interesting. They kind of, they feel a little bit cheap, but they feel fairly robust. The plastic feels kind of strong. There's your 3.5mm connectors there, or jacks. Bit of padding on the underside of the headband. Well, I guess that's all there is for now until I have a listen to them. Right, well, I've just spent, you know, a bit over an hour listening to this early version of the Moondrop Void. As far as comfort goes, they're not too bad. The clamping force is a little bit tight. Fortunately, this sort of stiff, very stiff headband fits the shape of my head quite well. But I did feel a bit of pressure on my ears. However, after a bit over an hour, it was still okay. However, I imagine after 2 hours, that clamping force would probably start to become a bit uncomfortable. And while they're on my head, they weren't really making any noise, so that's a good thing. So that only happens when you're handling them, really. The left and right markings could be a little bit clearer, maybe, for people who aren't that familiar with using headphones, but overall the build quality is not too bad. As far as the sound goes, again, keep in mind this is not the final version. It is being reworked as I speak, but overall I quite like the sound of the Void. The tonality is pretty good. It's got a fairly nice tonal balance. However, there are some issues. There are parts of the mids that sound a bit thick and slightly veiled, and there are other parts of the mid-range that sound nice and clear and articulated, so I think that could be improved. In terms of treble, the treble is pretty nice. It's got a good timbre to it. Not a whole lot of upper treble energy. It's mainly focused in the lower treble. The sound stage it's not particularly wide, especially for an open back headphone. The width is pretty good. It is lacking a bit of forward depth, so overall imaging is pretty vague. My only other real complaint would be a lack of detail. Micro details are basically non-existent. You don't hear them, and unless you turn the volume up way too loud. But the detail needs to be improved, in my opinion. But look, overall, for 200 bucks, I think the build is satisfactory. It's not the most, they're not the most beautiful headphones. They don't feel that great, but when they're on your head, I think the sound definitely has the potential to perform well for a $200 headphone. And the cable as well, by the way, the cable is not too bad at all. It's actually very lightweight. It's quite flexible and supple. So, and it doesn't make any noticeable noise. So the cable's nice. Look, we'll just have to wait and see what the revised version sounds like. I don't really know exactly what more to say about this now that I know these are being revised. I don't want to go too deeply into it because I'm going to have to do it all over again anyway, and I don't want people getting the wrong idea if they watch this video thinking that this is the final version and the final tuning. Hopefully there might be some visual differences in the revised version as well, just to minimize any confusion in that regard. But anyway, that's the video, guys. Keep an eye out for the Void. Keep an eye out for my upcoming review of the actual production released version. And yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it the old thumbs up, Parfam audiophile style. If you're new to the channel, want to see more stuff like this, including the next proper review of the Moondrop proper Void, then hit that subscribe button. And until next time, see you later.